Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the GoldFish Report. I'm your host, Louisa. It's Friday, May 8th, 2020, and this is GoldFish Report number 491. I'm going to be talking about a lawsuit that was filed by the name of Parsa versus Google. And this is the AI organization. Excuse me. I think I'm getting sick from wearing a mask. Sorry. I'm going to screen share this with everybody because I wanted to show you that this was filed. Lots of people have already seen this, but I wanted to screen share this with you because in case you haven't seen it and look at the details of it. And by all means, feel free to comment in the live stream and also in the comment section if you have comments about this. Let me first just check in and say hi to everybody in the comment section and welcome everybody here. Okay, so I'm not going to be watching the live stream very much because I'm going to be screen sharing this, and when I screen share, I can't see that window. So if you're just joining us, that's we're going to be taking a look at a lawsuit. And it was really funny because when I was trying to go live, I was having problems doing this. So whatever, we'll see what happens. We'll see. Hopefully it will go well. I think the mask is making me sick. Wearing this mask is making me sick. Oh my God. Okay, so, oh, I see what happens. I don't think I have to share that. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. Okay, so this is it here. Okay, it was filed December 16th, 2019. Okay, so about 5 months ago, 6 months ago, right? Cirrus Parsa, the AI organization from La Jolla, California, representing themselves pro se. These are the plaintiffs. The plaintiffs are the AI Organization, Inc., Cirrus A. Parsa, victims of persecution, rape, torture, concentration camps, sex, human and organ trafficking, and organ harvesting in China, Hong Kong, America, and around the world. Not limited to the democracy activists, Falun Dafa practitioners, Uyghurs, Christians, Tibetans, judges, lawyers, and journalists tortured and killed in China. John Doe's 1 to Unlimited. Those are the plaintiffs. The defendants are Google, Facebook, DeepMind Inc., Alphabet Inc., Neuralink Inc., Tesla Inc., Larry Page, Sergey Brin, Sundar Pichai, Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, Sison, PR Newswire, and John Doe's 1 to 29 defendants. The complaint is alleging misuse of artificial intelligence, cybernetics, robotics, biometrics, bioengineering, 5G, and quantum computing technology. Number 2, endangering the human race with the misuse of artificial intelligence technology. Number 3, transfer of AI weapon technology to China. Number 4, complicity in genocide, China. Number 5, violation of Article 1 of the Genocide Convention. Number 6, violation of Article 2 in Genocide Convention. And number 7, violation of Article 3 of the Genocide Convention. Number 8, violation of Article 4 of the Genocide Convention. And number 9, social engineering of the human race with artificial intelligence. Number 10, biodigital social programming of the human race by use of their biometrics and artificial intelligence. 11, brainwashing humanity with AI coding and algorithm bias. Number 12, cultural genocide by misuse of artificial intelligence. Number 13, breach of implied covenant of good faith and fair dealing. Number 14, defamation. 15. Negligent infliction of emotional distress. 16. Negligent creation of nefarious AI technology. 17. Masking genocide with AI technology. Fraud and intentional, number 18, fraud and intentional deceit. 19, negligent misrepresentation. 20, religious discrimination. 21, failure to engage in interactive process. 22, AI censorship and banning AI, Trump, China, and the weaponization of robotics with 5G, and masking artificial intelligence dangers to humanity with use of artificial intelligence. 23, AI algorithm misuse and AI algorithmic biometric manipulation. 24, breach of privacy. 25, violation of the Nuremberg Code. 26, creating an artificial intelligence system that can recognize and decode if humans are resistant to artificial intelligence. This sounds horrible for humanity, folks. Really, really horrible. Case summary facts. Endangering humanity with the misuse of artificial intelligence, complicity in genocide, and aiding in physical genocide inside of China by transferring AI technology, engaging in cultural genocide of humanity, and controlling and programming the human race by social engineering via AI coding and AI algorithmic biometric manipulation. Endangering and threatening all of the world's citizens and humanity by misusing and weaponizing artificial intelligence, quantum computing, robotics, 5G, machines, smartphones, smart homes, smart cities, uh, IoTs, holograms, mixed reality, nanotechnology, cloning, gen editing, cybernetics, bioengineering, and the creation of a digital AI brain linked to Google's search engine with the use and extraction of humanity's biometrics data, digital biometric codes, including facial, voice, health, organ, neural network, and body recognition technology, thus controlling humanity's thoughts, actions, biology, biometrics, brain neural pathway, the human body's neural networks that reprograms all human beings through social engineering and biodigital social programming without their consent, knowledge, understanding, or free will, extracting humanity's digital footprint in breach of the Nuremberg laws, FTC Act 15 U.S. Code 41 to 58, and engaging in irresponsible and unsafe research and development of artificial general intelligence or artificial superintelligence that could enslave or kill off humanity, or give the power to the defendants to enslave humanity in numerous ways on the 5G and other developing networks. Negligence and complicity in persecution and genocide of millions in China per Articles 1, 2, 3, and 4 of the Genocide Convention. Transferring and providing to China, China's government and its companies, knowledge, data, capabilities, and technology to weaponize artificial intelligence, quantum computing, machines, robotics, 5G, biometrics, cybernetics, bioengineering, IoTs, computer vision, and human tracking technology, and technology that can give China access to artificial general intelligence or artificial superintelligence that endangers the world and all of humanity, including AI weaponry for assassination. In violation of Breach of Arms Control and Disarmament Act 22 U.S.C. 2551 and Foreign Assistance Act of 1961 as amended 22 U.S.C. 2151 and so forth. They have it all. They have all the laws there. The question is, are they going to have a court that's going to honestly hear this case? And is there going to be any remedy for this? I think they were requesting like $21 trillion or something in damages or something like that. This is pretty serious, folks. Providing to China's government, their corporations, and nefarious entities facial recognition, voice recognition, body detection, skeleton detection, vital organ recognition, emotion detection, skin and health biometric, and other AI technology that lead to persecution, torture, organ harvesting, death, and cremation of human beings in China, not limited to Uyghur, Falun Dafa, Christian, Tibetan, democracy activists, judges, attorneys, common citizens, and other minority groups, endangering the world by weaponizing China's AI capabilities that is be laid on the BRI, One Belt, One Road, linking Asia, Middle East, Africa, and Europe, endangering all of humanity. Same violations of facts number 1, 2, and 3. Misrepresenting to the world and deceiving the U.S. on Google's activities in China and their technology transfers that contributed to China's quantum AI advancements, surveillance, abuse, torture, concentration camps, and murder of its own citizens. Same violations of facts number 1, 2, and 3. Providing health, biometric, financial, and social network data of Americans and the world's citizenry that is in the hands of the Chinese government, endangering the world and all its people in the 5G network. Creating an interconnected platform between Facebook, Google, Alphabet, all entities under Neuralink and DeepMind that allows for a digital brain to connect to the internet, all digital and biodigital networks, human bodies, machines, robotics, IoTs, augmented reality, virtual reality, mixed reality, holograms, and other technologies that can be used for surveillance, to track, manipulate, control, social engineer, re-engineer, reprogram, brainwash, hunt, quarantine, threaten, arrest, commit cultural genocide, and kill human beings by machines. Biodigital AI, digital AI, and robotics connected to the 5G, 6G, and other networks and corporate command centers. Creating platforms that is on the verge of developing artificial general intelligence and the subsequent superintelligence that will be beyond the control of the human beings working at Neuralink, Alphabet, DeepMind, Google, Facebook, or governments. This is very serious, folks. Not to exclude genetic experimentation of human beings in Chinese concentration camps, including hybrid human experiments within the concentration camps. They're saying here, in violation of Article 1, 2, 3, and 4 of Genocide Convention for weaponizing China's artificial intelligence, facial, voice, and other biometric technology that were used on Chinese citizens. Introducing, planning, promoting, and engaging in physical and cultural genocide to humanity by replacing their neural network operating systems with artificial intelligence and machines, merging humans with the machines with the interconnection of the internet, internal tech experimentations of defendants and consumer products provided and transferred by the defendants to the public directly and indirectly. Okay, reprogramming and social engineering humanity's thoughts and brain chemistry via AI algorithms in the internet, social media, apps, smartphones, IoTs, computers, wearable devices, implanted technology, virtual reality, augmented reality, mixed reality, holograms, and alternate reality. Not informing and explaining to humanity that their brain chemistry is altered by a replicating software as they engage with the defendant's products and services, nor that their thoughts and actions can be manipulated and controlled by smartphones, apps, and IoT in connection with the network platforms, technologies, and initiatives Google, Alphabet, Facebook, Neuralink, DeepMind, and Tesla are providing and introducing to the public, in turn giving these tech giants complete control and influence over Americans and humanity. Did you see all that, folks? Reprogramming and social engineering humanity's thoughts and brain chemistry via AI algorithms in the internet, social media apps, smartphones, IoTs, computers, wearable devices, like a watch, right? The Apple Watch, implanted technology, virtual reality, augmented reality, mixed reality, holograms, and alternate reality, not informing and explaining to humanity that their brain chemistry is altered by a replicating software as they engage with the defendant's products and services, nor that their thoughts and actions can be manipulated and controlled by smartphones, apps, and IoT in connection with the network platforms, technologies, and initiatives Google, Alphabet, Facebook, Neuralink, DeepMind, and Tesla are providing and introducing to the public, in turn giving these tech giants complete control and influence over Americans and humanity. Oh boy, I'm going to stop here for a minute because I want to get your feedback. I want to see people in the, hi everybody, thanks for joining me. What do you all think about this? No, because I just decided to do this now. Not everybody has, someone is asking, why are we talking about this now? And it's because not a lot of people know about it. Some people know about it, but not a lot of people actually saw this and are reading the details of the allegations. And it's quite, I think that we need to uh, take a look at what this says and realize that we are totally complicit with this by using these devices. The problem is we didn't know. There is not informed consent because the enemy, maybe this is the enemy of humanity. Maybe this is the invisible enemy that President Trump is talking about. Is this the invisible enemy? What do you think? Yeah, the person who filed, I already said in the beginning, this is Parsa versus Google. It is an AI company. Looks like they probably had their technology hijacked. Looks like they're claiming that it was hijacked or stolen, perhaps. I don't know. That's just, I haven't finished reading the whole thing, so I'm not 100% sure. Um, but they're claiming that there's crimes against humanity here, violations of the Nuremberg Code, the Geneva, the I'm sorry, the genocide convention, and it's very serious. I just want to know what everybody thinks about this. I don't know that anybody's really had a long uh, conversation about it. I wanted to read it so everybody could hear it. If you're driving, um, and you can't watch the video, it's fine. Don't have to watch the videos. Nothing. I have nothing to share with you other than I'm screen sharing the actual filing. So I just wanted to know what you all thought about it because it's pretty intense. And I have to say this. I talk about reverse speech analysis on this report because I have interviewed somebody who does reverse speech analysis, and I do cite her reverse speech analysis in my reports occasionally. But her reverse speech analysis is coming up with, it's like one after the next. It's a transhumanist. She's finding that there's a major transhumanist agenda going on using AI and all these other things, this Neuralink. And, you know, and it's not being disclosed to humanity, obviously, because they're trying to kill us. Folks, once you realize that that's the goal, then we can fight back. But if you're not going to realize that, we can't fight back, can we? We can't change the course of this. I mean, if you have children or grandchildren, you should be very concerned about this lawsuit and what this implication is, because this technology is far beyond what we're using in our little phones here, right? It's far beyond what we're using in our phones. Yeah, I have tape over my camera. Yeah. So let's keep reading to see what else this says, because it's I kind of just wanted to read it to show it to everybody, to get your feedback, and if nothing more else, at least inform you that this has been filed, and inform you that what's going on. Weaponizing AI by utilizing humanity's biometric and social media data, and misusing the technology by controlling the human race and its thoughts through social engineering and biodigital social programming, by using people's biometric systems through Google and Facebook ecosystems, coding, algorithm unfairness, with the use of social media data, their emotions, weaponization of the internet, smartphones, IoTs, and computers, thus controlling human thoughts and humanity at a global scale against their free will and knowledge. Not informing the public that their dependency on smartphones is due to frequencies and artificial intelligence software emitting from the AI systems and devices that is connecting to the neural networks of humans, creating a symbiotic process, making them a cyborg, dependent, reliant, controlled, and programmed by the products and services provided by Google, Facebook, Alphabet, DeepMind, Tesla, and Neuralink. In essence, putting the entire human race in a state of pet and owner relationship via their biometrics, biology, and digital selves, neural network operating systems. The owner being the artificial narrow intelligence, other AI forms provided by the defendant's companies, organizations, and personal initiatives within their companies, and machine softwares operating inside the biometric systems of human beings. Negligence in algorithm fairness that allows hate speech, misinformation, and slander to cast doubt on Google search engines against people's efforts to notify and inform the world's people that millions have been subject to organ trafficking, organ harvesting, concentration camps, torture, and abuse, and that the risks of artificial intelligence is multifaceted and enormous. Writing code and creating algorithms that has been and is currently engaging in cultural genocide, including introduction of cybernetics, robotics, and creating an ecosystem that allows for bestiality to exist and be forefront on Google search engines, affecting societies and youth's biometric systems after viewing the videos and articles via their smartphones and computers, influencing their thoughts through their biometric systems, paving the next generation to degenerate and accept this type of behavior with the introduction and experimentation of bioengineering and cybernetics. I'll tell you, I bet you that my reverse speech analyst can absolutely validate this through reverse speech of people who are, in the media uh, and who are leaders, world leaders, and so forth. Research and development conducted by Alphabet, Facebook, Google, DeepMind, Neuralink, and other ventures in Silicon Valley have created algorithms and coding that supports, promotes, and achieves brainwashing of humanity through social engineering and biodigital social programming that endangers the human race in its entirety via the interconnection of their platforms, social media, and technology distributed in physical and digital format to society. Writing code and having algorithms that influence liberals and conservatives to exponentially increase their hate for each other via their biometric systems and emotions while attached to smartphones, IoTs, apps, digital media, Google, Facebook, and other interconnected platforms, causing harm to the nation and the world and endangering humanity at the geopolitical level with with nation state leaders undergoing social engineering and biodigital social programming and control by their platforms to ignore human rights atrocities in China and around the world stemming from the defendants' algorithm misuse and AI technologies, implicating world leaders and their citizens to be charged under Article 2, 3, and 4 of the Genocide Conventions. This includes Canadian Prime Minister and the majority of European leaders and the leadership at the United Nations, the media, press, their reporters, and others who have and are still censoring awareness for human rights violations in China and working against it, writing code and algorithms that controls reporters, media, and the press's thoughts and actions beyond the normal manipulation they receive from special interest groups, producers, or friends who may manipulate them, other reporters, and their covered content, thus weaponizing the media for Google's development against the media's free will and knowledge. It almost sounds like Google is like not human, and they're like, it just reminds me of like, a monster movie, right? Where this monster is out to, attack like some giant lizard or something, Godzilla. Although I think Godzilla was a good guy, wasn't he? He was a good reptilian. Um, if there is such a thing, right? I guess there is, right? Godzilla. But he was like the monster that would come in and kick the butt of all the other bad monsters, big monsters, whatever. And but this just seems, I mean, the more and more and more that I read this, it seems like Google has an anti-life agenda. I mean, tell me what you think. It just seems that way to me. That's like my first impression. It's just an impression I have. It's not a belief. It's an impression that I had, that I, that I formed from reading this. This is exactly what this is saying. It's what it's saying. It's kind of just a paraphrase of what this lawsuit is claiming. That essentially, if what this man and this company is alleging is true, then Alphabet, Facebook, Google, DeepMind, Neuralink, and other ventures in Silicon Valley who have created and support programs like this and achieve brainwashing of humanity are the enemy to humanity. If this is what they're doing, if what this lawsuit is alleging, then you have it right here, folks. This is your invisible enemy. This is what it is. And we each have one, right? At least one, right? Plasma. Does anybody understand what plasma really is? Does anyone know what this is? A plasma screen, right? Well, we're going to be doing a GoldFish report pretty soon on more plasma technology. This lawsuit is alleging that these companies listed as the defendants in this case is alleging that these companies and the people who manage and run these companies and are enemies to humanity. That's what this is alleging. You need to take note of this. We need to take note of this. Not just you. We, me, we all do. So I don't want anyone thinking I'm singling you guys out. I'm talking about us. We the people. Negligence on Google and Facebook's algorithm unfairness caused liberals and conservatives to conflict and fight each other beyond the reasonable norm, affecting their thoughts and emotions via their biometric systems being controlled and enhanced by artificial narrow intelligence systems inside the smartphones and the apps partially formed by bias and hateful content that created division and undue hate among Americans and the people of the world. So they wanted us divided. And when they saw us uniting and living in peace and harmony, they had to find a way to manipulate us. They had to find a way to interact with our morphogenic field that exists around every one of us, our own little biofield that's around our bodies, our toroidal field that is around our bodies. And how are they doing that? They're doing it through the phone. They're using the plasma from the phone to interact with our biomorphic fields and manipulating us through it. That's what this is alleging. Whew. Okay. Division caused by misuse and negligence of algorithms in Facebook and Google hindered and delayed the U.S. administration's efforts to pressure China in time to save more people from concentration camps, death, and cremation, in addition to national security concerns that impacts Americans and the world's citizenry. This is not limited to the Trump administration. Rather, it affected the Obama and Bush administrations as well. Google hurt America and China for 2 decades at the geopolitical level. Google is guilty of Article 2, 3, and 4 of the Genocide Convention, in addition to complicity. Masking posts and articles by the AI organization meant to bring awareness to human rights atrocities in China on Facebook's platform. Masking content created by Sirasa Parsa meant to save people from dangers pertaining to human rights violations interlinked with artificial intelligence, banning the book AI, Trump, China, and the Weaponization of Robotics with 5G for advertisement and masking posts of people working on behalf of the AI organization. Masking posts of artificial intelligence dangers to humanity book on Facebook platforms and masking other posts from the AI organization written by Cirrus A. Parsa. These posts related to China, Taiwan, Hong Kong, Iran, big tech, Google, 5G, robotics, drones, and biometrics threats to and enslavement of humanity. Releasing the masks recently after coming under pressure and scrutiny, hiring Chinese who committed espionage and attacked American companies, including the AI organization and Cyrus A. Parsa, as well as his associates and victims of persecution. Writing code and sustaining algorithms that propagate an extreme amount of pornography, violent pornography, and insinuation of rape and prostitution that denigrates females, young girls, altering humanity's thoughts and family based concepts of traditional health based ethics via their biometric systems, hence contributing to rape, sex, and human trafficking in broken families. Developing code, algorithms, and ecosystems that reprogrammed a generation of people's biometric structure and brain chemistry to be biodigitally controlled by Google and every other tech industry with similar platforms that operate on varying types of artificial intelligence, including artificial narrow intelligence. Developing code, algorithms, and ecosystems that created a secondary digital brain inside the brains of AI scientists to be subservient, controlled, and programmed to create, sustain, promote, and grow Google, Alphabet, Facebook's, and other tech giants' platforms. Elon Musk has also confirmed the AI organization's findings that humans can have a secondary digital brain formed via their neural networks. Okay. Developing code, algorithms, and ecosystems that creates a secondary digital brain inside the brains of all human beings that can prevent the person from recognizing that they are being controlled and bypassing any biological resistance to AI control or human bodies' innate capability to resist the formation of a symbiotic and parasitical relationship with AI software and cybernetic hardware via their rational thinking structure in their brain. Look at that, folks. How do you like that? Not informing consumers that part of the defendant's goals for AGI, artificial general intelligence, and ASP, artificial superintelligence, has religious goals that can be dangerous to all of humanity, including attempts to retrieve or ask AGI about the inner workings of the simulation, what, when, how, and by whom the simulation was formed, and what is outside it. Neuralink, Google, Alphabet, Facebook, Tesla, and DeepMind have not registered as a religious institution, yet they are engaging in religion under the umbrella of science. In fact, they have turned their companies into religious institutions with final aim goals identical to most religions. The defendant and their companies are attempting to treat their technological developments as God, taking all of humanity's biometrics data and connecting it to their quantum, robotic, and machine based AI technology, and upload their digital selves to other bodies, networks, or machines, mimicking the beliefs of a spirit or soul. In fact, Elon Musk stated in an interview that he wants to develop AI to a point that it could give him the answers to the simulation. Elon Musk is agreeable to the risks that AGI or artificial superintelligence can go rogue, kill off humanity, or be hacked. Yet, as smart as he is, he doesn't understand that the computing technology the AGI and ASI would not go beyond the level of atoms to observe more microscopic particles at its plane. Hence, any answers to his sought question to simulation is limited, and the endeavor of an AGI or ASI is putting humankind at risk. There is an alternative way to achieve his answer that is 100% safe and does not involve giving the power to a machine or artificial intelligence. All right, I'm going to stop here, stop sharing for a second and go back to the live chat and see just what everybody thinks about this. Exactly. How many times, so Sergeant Martinez says, how many times have you gotten an ad on your phone, tablet while playing a game and you get an ad for a sexual game or other explicit advertising? Hmm. Well, I think people can be bored. They like the entertainment. It's like an entertainment value of the phone, but it's a dangerous one. Right. They get violent and mean. My friend is a family Republican but believes MSM and would vote for Mickey Mouse if running for president. Oh no. This isn't about fear, folks. This is about saving humanity. This is about, whether or not this lawsuit, and hear me out for a second, whether or not this lawsuit ever grows any wheels and goes anywhere. The fact that it's filed allows us to look at what has been censored on Facebook, Google, and all these other platforms, if we're looking. And that's why we're talking about it tonight, because we have the opportunity to do this. And we need to take the opportunity to look at what these claims are with this artificial intelligence. And like I said before, I have people who do reverse speech analysis that literally can confirm what these allegations are, some of the allegations through the reverse speech analysis. If you to the degree that reverse speech analysis is of high reliability, and that's scientific terms, okay, meaning p-values and things like that. How reliable is reverse speech? And according to her, Tiffany Fontenot, who does the reverse speech analysis, um, yeah, Cirrus, yeah, I would talk to him for sure. Folks, we are at such risk. The enemy is in our phone. Do you understand that? Our enemy is this phone. And we're giving them to our kids. So instead of having a sexual predator, oh, we don't want sexual predators near our kids, but we're giving them this. We're giving them this. Was that a good idea? Should we be doing that? What do you think we should do about this? What do you think we should do? Anybody have any ideas? What do you think we should do about this? Do you think we should stop using the technology? Or um, yeah, we could all file lawsuits, right? What could we do? What could we really do? Right. Sergeant Martinez says, yes, just because they put out new technology, there is no need to go out and support them. I say you need to elevate our consciousness to a higher level, fourth, fifth dimension, to see past their traps. I think even higher than that. I mean, yeah. Gary says, sit in the corner, keep quiet, have a phone amnesty. Jean says, we need to change who has control over phone content. I don't know how this, I'm not a programmer. I'm not, I did learn how to program a long time ago, but I didn't pursue it. But, you know, this is, this is technology that we really need to think twice about whether it's good for us to have, whether it's good for us at all. We could still have a landline phone. Right. See, and I reported on this. I reported on why millions of phones were found abandoned in China. Exactly. The China Mobile reported that about 20 million users were missing after this. Look, I reported on it, folks. I reported on the nursing home. I'm sorry, not the nursing home, the funeral home. call. The someone had recorded this supposedly call with a government official in China talking about the workload at the crematorium during this coronavirus outbreak in Wuhan. And they couldn't even handle, they were so exhausted from cremating so many bodies that they couldn't even handle the workload. They were exhausted. You saw people in the ER in Wuhan crying in exhaustion, working 12, 24-hour shifts. They just couldn't, they couldn't continue. They were probably thrown in the pile of the cremator themselves, crematorium themselves. I don't know. I'm just guessing at that. I don't know, but I did hear that was what was happening. I did hear a report about that. I cannot independently confirm that. We should have an ethics board for each company that reports to an ethics council. Some tech can be used to help humanity, but it's all been corrupted. You know what? This ethics board would probably be corrupted and bought off as well. Look at Fauci. You know, is it the problem that human beings are so corruptible? Is it such a problem for us to be moral and you know, moral souls? Is it so hard for us? How did we allow this to happen to us? Who got paid off? Somebody sold humanity down the river because humans are involved in doing this. I don't know. What do you think? Yeah. Yes. Right. There there were reports that Wuhan was where the adrenochrome was being manufactured. I saw that. I can't independently confirm it. Yes. Yes. So what happens, I know people who are watching don't know what I'm saying, but I'm looking at the live chat. And so when you look at the replay, you can see the live chat. And if you're in the chat, if you're watching, you could see the live chat too, actually. I don't say support them. They are other platforms other than Google, Facebook, Twitter. Exactly. Right. Yeah, but everything gets bought off. Ebony, sadly, you're correct. So I think we should be having this conversation. Um, I think everybody should go take a look at that lawsuit. It should be available to the public. It's been published. It's actually, this isn't news. It's not new. What do you think we should do? Yeah, someone's saying here, unbelievable that many Chinese died in Wuhan, but yet a few miles away in Singapore and Beijing, no one even got the virus. Again, I can't independently confirm that, but I did see reports of that too. Yeah, this lawsuit that we're talking about tonight, the topic of this conversation, um, is sorry, my chair scooted away a little bit. It's dated, what did I say? December 16th, 2019. So it was just about 6 months ago. Just about 6 months ago. Okay, you know what? Let's read a little bit more so people who are just joining us can take a look at this, and um, we can continue the conversation about it. Because this is real serious, folks. Defendants have created AI systems that can take in humanity's facial, voice, and other biometric information and decode whether they are resistant to AI. Subject to its control, atheist or have a faith. This technology can enable AI or any entity using AI to track, profile, hunt, and kill targets it deems resistant to its control or resistant to AI. This can be done with drones, machines, robotics, or poison delivery systems such as microbiotic terrorism. All charges from 1 to 26 have led to physical genocide in China, spearheaded by the Chinese Communist government, and all charges from 1 to 16 are in breach and violations of penal code stated in facts 1, 2, and 3. All charges have and are leading to cultural genocide in America and around the world, endangering all of humanity to enter a stage of cultural and physical genocide with the interconnection of artificial intelligence, 5G, robotics, machines, drones, smart cities, as it pertains to negligence and misuse by the main platforms and companies of Google, Facebook, Alphabet, DeepMind, Neuralink, John Doe's, and their leadership. This does not exclude other players such as Amazon and Microsoft from guilt, and the very many Chinese companies who are trained by these Western companies. Cyrus A. Parsa, the AI organization. Dangerous interconnection of Google, Alphabet, Facebook, Neuralink, and DeepMind AI pose great threats to humanity. Digital U. The collaborative process between these companies is attempting to create a digital you with artificial intelligence. They have harnessed humanity's biometrics, are planning to run it in an AI machine to copy a person's consciousness, with the idea that your emotions, personalities, and neural networks can be digitally implanted into robotics, cybernetics, cyber systems, virtual reality, augmented reality, mixed reality, alternate reality, human, animal, and modified clones. Did you hear that? Human, animal, and modified clones, and other bodies to obtain immortality. The collaborative process between these companies can create an artificial intelligence that can control humanity through the 5G network, mobilizing drones, machines, robotics, CRISPR, and other technologies not limited to the digital networks. Alphabet Inc. Alphabet is the parent company of YouTube, Google, DeepMind. They are a registered Delaware company with headquarters in Mountain View, California. Alphabet as an organization is directly responsible to the negligence and hurt Google and DeepMind have brought to humanity. The AI organization, Cyrus A. Parsa, and victims of persecution, torture, rape, human trafficking, sex trafficking, organ harvesting, internment camps, and concentration camps, as stated in this claim. This includes its board members to varying degrees. Well, we've given it away, folks, haven't we? Google has data on almost all people, things, and subjects on this planet, and about everything ever published online. An AI system or an AI robot can access everything connected to all networks and make imperceptible moves around the world simultaneously. It would be so fast on the 5G network that humanity would be caught off guard. It could be a program malfunction, a purposeful terrorist attack by an entity, or the AI system going rogue based on a self-learning algorithm. The worst possible scenario is that a digital supercomputer, humanoid robot, or a person that has been merged with cybernetics achieves a certain automated consciousness that would be a threat to humanity. Google has been in China, helping them advance their AI program. In return, China's government is advancing their weaponization program. Oh boy, folks, we're screwed. DeepMind is threatening the world with creating a digital mind that can connect via the 5G network to machines, robotics, drones, smart cities, smart homes, automated cars, infrastructure, a digital mind or artificial intelligence with the biometrics of Americans or all of the world's citizenry. Well, I'm not quite sure. Let's just stop here for a minute and see what everybody, if anyone else has any more comments. Yeah, I'll check it out. I'll check that out. Kona. County, I don't know how. Kauni, county. Where's our military, folks? Where's our military? Aiding and abetting the enemy? Or are they fighting this AI? I think we've identified the enemy, folks. I think we've, at least in part, in large part, we've identified at least the method that the enemy is using, the mechanisms, the invisible mechanisms. What are we going to do about it? Well, share and spread this video far and wide if you can. I think we all have some, very serious, we need to be having this conversation, and we need to be asking ourselves, just because we can use this technology, should we? Just because a car can drive 200 miles an hour, why do you have a speedometer that it far exceeds what our limits are, our legal limits are? Why do we have a car that can go 200 miles an hour when there's nowhere in the United States where there is a 200 mile an hour legal limit, right? Of course, the only time you can drive that is if you're on the Autobahn in Germany. But why were the cars made with speedometers that are, 170 kilometer, 200, plus kilometers per miles per hour, right? Kilometers per hour. We're not allowed to drive that unless you're on the Autobahn in Germany, right? So just because we can do something doesn't mean we should do it. Doesn't mean it's for our highest good. And clearly, folks, from looking at this lawsuit, it doesn't look like it's for our highest good. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Yes, people need to see this. People need to have this conversation. I wish I could stop this tomorrow. I'd put my phone down in a heartbeat, the computer, I'd pack it away. Not a problem. But how could I have this conversation with you? So, folks, there is an enemy to humanity, an enemy of humanity. And it's very sneaky. It's invisible. And it's very smart. And while we're sleeping at the wheel, being busy with our life, just trying to make ends meet, and now stuck is, we know this was planned, this coronavirus. What's the agenda, ultimately? Well, folks, I'm presenting it for you to have the discussions, for us to have the discussion. Yeah. I think we have to come to realize that we are the generation right now, right here and right now, that's going to determine our future and whether we have a future. Yeah. Even if the lawsuit doesn't go anywhere, the fact that it's filed, it's not under seal. The fact that it's filed means, of course, it's not marked that it's under seal. So it's not under seal. It's a public lawsuit, right? So we grow up too fast, folks. We got to hold the technology and things and innovations before we could be responsible with them, just like nuclear weapons. And where did that come from, right? So You know, so Tiffany Fontenot talks about this in her reverse speech all the time. She is sounding the alarm, and is anybody listening? And they're targeting her, they're frying her, they're hitting her with weapons and all the time, according to her. And you can see it. She puts up these little EMF readers, and you can just see it. It's amazing. What are we going to do? If we have a chance now to wake up and say we do not consent, then I say we do it. You know, you have to decide whether you want to consent to this or not. Yeah, I have a feeling that the government, you have to realize that all these politicians are just puppets. They're not really the ones who are in control of anything. The ones who are really in control, you never see, right? So they're just the puppets, and they really don't, they just carry out orders that they're told to do. So being that, there may be more than us than them, right? We just have to stand up. We have to, you know, you have to decide whether you consent or not to this agenda for humanity. Because, it looks like from the allegations, or what this lawsuit is alleging, I should say, this is extermination. This is manipulation. This is genocide. That's the future, folks. What are we going to do? Well, that's all I have for tonight. I guess it's a lot to think about. It's pretty heavy, but it's very serious. And I'm putting it out there in the quantum. I'm putting it out there in the consciousness of all the people who are watching this right now, so that please don't let this recording, this program, be the end of this conversation. Let it be the beginning and the seed. So each one of you who are listening to this now have that responsibility to carry this conversation further. You know, we have to, now that we know this, okay, we know this is being documented. If this is true, if what he's alleging is true, and there may be the reverse speech analysis, there may be, you know, evidence, scientific evidence to support this, and in many other ways. Thank you. I appreciate it. Bad cat. So I'm going to leave it here. It's been a long night. I just did my POTUS report, and this conversation had to happen. And we have to have more of this conversation. It's not a coincidence that Q, some time back posted those images of Google in China and put those captions in there about, what's going on with Google in China. And it wasn't just, the implication of like trafficking and, human trafficking and things like that. It's far more nefarious. Not that that's not nefarious. It's pretty bad. Absolutely, we know about Falun Gong. We know about the organ harvesting in Falun Gong. We know about what they're doing. Well, there's not going to be any humans left. You got to really realize that we have to unite. We don't have a choice, folks. You don't get a chance to get ready. You just have to, decide where your moral compass sets, Where does your moral compass set? Where does it set to, you know? And decide. There's going to be some whose moral compass is set in one direction and some whose moral compass is set in another direction. But we individually, each and every one of us, have to set that compass direction. And, it will go wherever we're led, it will go, right? So have a great night, everybody. A little hard after this. I'm certainly going to, You know, there's nothing I would like more than just to, you know, drown my phone in a vat of acid or something and get rid of it. But that's really what we need to do. I mean, find a way to survive without the phones and social media. Put stop what I'm doing, that's for sure. And I will at some point. I sure will. But maybe I won't. I don't know. Maybe if there's a safe way we can move forward. Maybe we can catch them in their tracks and stop this nefarious agenda against humanity, you know? If we don't, we're just not going to be able to procreate, right? So everybody have a good night. Please continue having this conversation. Share this video far and wide, and let's continue to have this conversation. So hope everybody, I want to thank you all for joining me. Thanks for all who are watching and everyone who's in the live chat, been commenting and participating. I do appreciate all of you. And I appreciate all of our, you know, Patreons and patrons who do help the Goldfish Report. We're, you know, we're barely, you know, covering the bills. It would be helpful if we had more help. Um, but I know that, you know, there's no future for my children if I don't sound this alarm now. And that's what I'm doing. So hope you all have a good night. We'll be back on Monday with a political theater report with the Fets as usual. And tomorrow night we'll be on Ascension Radio with an archived report probably. This weekend I'm spending time with my family. So I will be updating the news pages on Twitter and Facebook news page, but I'm going to be spending some time away from social media for this weekend for the most part. So that's why I did 2 reports tonight. So everybody have a good night. God bless us all, really, and give us the strength to and the courage to do what we need to do. And just pray that this is just, you know, we need Uncle. we need the help of the Creator to intervene here. So let's hope we can all, it's a full moon, let's hope we can all do a meditation and ask for help. So give us a contact. Dory says Cirrus needs money for this lawsuit. Um, you know, we have to have a way to give us some contacts, and I'll report on it again, and I'll post that. But lots of us are, you know, in that condition. So have a great night, everybody. Thanks for being with us. And this concludes this edition of the Goldfish Report.